What's up guys, Paul here from Hijack Jigs. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys exactly what you guys need to get started here. I'm going to show you the bare minimum stuff, and then I'll make another video of showing you stuff that's more advanced. So in this video, it's going to be the basics of what you guys need to get started to make soft plastics. Alright, so first up, you guys are going to need some worm oil. You can pretty much get worm oil anywhere online. I'm not sure about any local stores, but you can go to like Do It. I use Do It brand. Bait Plastics has it. You can get this stuff by the pint, by the gallon, or by the 5 gallons buckets. So Do It has it. Lureworks has some. I believe MF Manufacturing. Who else? We got Do It, MF, Lureworks, Dead On, Bait Plastics. So you guys can, I'll leave some links down below to where you can pick up some worm oil. Alright, so next up, you guys are gonna need obviously some kind of mold. I'll leave links to everything down in the description to where you can get these products. I pick up my molds from Anglin AI. That's who I use. Do It has molds, Fat Guys, BTS. There's a lot of different places where you guys can get molds from. Next up, you're gonna need some kind of glitter. This is who I like to use. Lureworks works great. There's all different sizes of glitter. I mainly use 0.015 and 0.025 and 0.035. Those are the glitter sizes that I use. But if you're just starting out, you'll be perfectly fine picking up some 0.015 to start off with. They go down to 0.08 and 0.05, which is like super small, which I'll get into that in another video about the 0.05 and how you can make like your own colorant with it, basically. So the next thing you guys are gonna need is some kind of colorant. Again, you can get it by the pint. You can get it smaller if you want compared to the pint. Just starting out, I suggest you guys get a couple of colors. It's cheaper this way. Pick them up in these 2 fluid ounce bottles. Again, I use Lureworks. I use MF Manufacturing. I also use Dead On. These are just pigments. Again, I suggest getting the smaller bottles. That way there. With the smaller bottles, it's cheaper that way. You're just getting started. You'll be able to work with more colors. And then as you get more advanced, you can start picking up bottles like this size. The faster you go through it. Especially if you're making lures for like your friends, or you're trying to just do it just to make some extra money, stuff like that, then you really start to go through your products. Then I suggest you start getting the bigger stuff. But this video is just if you're just starting out. So if you're just starting out, again, 2 fluid ounces, or I think these are 4 ounces from Dead On. Also, again, once you start playing with more colors and stuff, this will be more advanced. This is like a chameleon color. This is a color shift color. It's in liquid form. Dead On makes this. So again, I'll leave everything linked in the description below. So the next thing you guys are gonna need is some Pyrex. Some Pyrex cups. This is a 2 cup. You can get a 4 cup. 2 cup will do just fine once you're first starting out. So that's how you're gonna mix all your colors and your plastisol and stuff like that in the Pyrex. It's gotta be like a Pyrex. Can't be like anything plastic, a plastic container or anything. It's gotta be a glass Pyrex. There's other brands. You don't have to buy Pyrex. So you can buy an off-name brand. Reason for that being is you're going to be microwaving it. So this is the next thing that you guys are going to need here. You can go and pick up yourself a cheap microwave. Pick one up at Walmart. Not quite sure what I paid for that. I forget. But you're definitely gonna need a microwave to get started, so you can heat your plastisols up. There's some other things too. You're also gonna need. So the next thing you're gonna need some kind of injector, single injector to get started. Bass Tackle makes them. Do It Molds. This is a Do It Molds. I have one coming in from Quality Injectors and More. They're on Facebook. You can find them on Facebook. That's an 8-ounce injector. This is a 6-ounce. I started off with a 6-ounce. They have 4-ounce, but I highly recommend getting a 6-ounce to start off with if you're going with a single injector. That way there you don't run out of plastic, because also you usually get a plug about that much of plastic that cools down too quick. So I definitely recommend the 6, because if you do with a 4 and you get a bigger mold, it's gonna harden, like I said, too quick. You end up with like a 2-inch plug, and you're not gonna get enough plastic into your mold, and your baits aren't gonna come out right. So the other style injector is a dual injector, and there's also a triple injector, which Bass Tackle makes one, and Quality Injectors and More, I believe, makes one. But again, like I said, that's when you guys get more advanced and you really want to mess around with shooting triple colors and dual colors. You can pick up dual injector. I got this again, Do It Molds, dual injector. I got the kit. It's pretty cheap. There's some more advanced things too. There's different kinds of like blending blocks. Like this is just your typical blending block, your standard blending block. Anglin AI makes a C block, so you can swirl colors. This just shoots laminate, double-sided bait, double-colored bait. Like I said, Anglin AI makes a C block. C block does, again, when you're more advanced, you want to get more advanced into it, swirls your colors for you. So it gives you a cool looking camo pattern. So the next thing you guys are going to need is some kind of plastisol. I get mine from Dead On. It comes in these 1-gallon jugs, or you can get 5-gallon buckets. But for the beginner, I suggest you start off with the 1-gallon jugs. You can pick these up over at Dead On. There's a few different blends. I like running Craw Tube blend, floating and sinking. There's a few different companies that you can get plastisol from, like Bait Plastics, MF Manufacturing. There's Calhoun's. There's quite a few out there. But for a beginner, I suggest you start off with your Dead On. In the 1-gallon, don't jump right into the 5-gallon. Also, for a beginner, Dead On does have a sample pack. So you could order the sample pack and try the sample pack out and see if you like it. They got a couple different blends in the sample pack. So it's not just one blend. So you can try out, I think 4 or 5 different blends that comes in the sample pack. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really remember. But I think that sample pack is the best route to go for a beginner. Like I said, you can try out some of the different blends that they have available. And then you can go from there and pick the one that you guys like. Next up, you guys are going to need some kind of plastisol stabilizer. You want to make sure that the stabilizer that you get works with the brand plastisol that you get, because not all stabilizers work with every brand. I don't really use much stabilizer because I run Dead On, and Dead On is like premium stuff. Comes out super clear, the plastisol. And I never burn colors or burn the plastic. It's like almost impossible to burn the Dead On plastic. I've heated it up all the way to 415 degrees, and it still came out clear, not burnt, and shot it perfectly fine. But depending on what brand you guys use, because some colors do burn, depending on what Plastisol you use, I recommend you pick up some Plastisol stabilizer, heat stabilizer. And then you guys are gonna need some softener. You wanna make your baits softer, something like that. Softener, hardener, they sell. And then you guys are gonna need, if you guys like salt in your baits, some salt. You can pick it up in this tub from Lureworks. Also, I recommend picking up a heat gun so that you can check your temps. Every time you take it out of the microwave, you want to check your temp. You want to make sure you're at 350, because if you're under 350, the Plastisol's not ready yet. 350 is that perfect temp that you want to be at. I'll make some other videos getting more in depth on what temps you should be shooting what at. Like, you know. So when you guys get more experience, there's stuff like core shots. You can shoot the shell at like 350 degrees or 330 degrees. Depends on how hot or cold your mold is. You also want to preheat your molds. So again, some kind of heat gun. You might want to pick one of these up, preheat your molds if you're working out of like a cold garage or something, or a place that's not really heated. You can preheat your molds. So there's things like the core shot, 350 degrees. You can shoot the shell. The inside, like I said, you want to shoot that hot at like 370 degrees so the plastic makes it all the way through. That'll be in later videos. I'll explain how to do that. I'll make videos on how to shoot core shots and stuff like that. But this is the basics, what you need for a beginner. So I'm going to end the video here for today, guys. I got some things I got to do. I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you guys got a grasp on what you need to get started. You can get started fairly cheap, like very inexpensive. A lot of people say, oh, it takes a ton of money. Realistically, it doesn't. You can go right to Do It Molds, buy yourself a cheap mold for like 30, 40 bucks. You can buy yourself an injector, for a cheap injector from Do It. I forget how much I paid for mine, but it wasn't over $100. I want to say you can roughly get started for like $200-300 bucks. Colorants, dyes, basics. So if this video helped you guys out, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments. I like comments. I like to interact with everybody. I love comments. I love answering comments. So be sure to comment. And if you guys have any questions, again, comment down below. You can DM me. I can help you guys out, point you in the right direction. I like to help everybody that I can. So till next time, guys, stay jacked.